talk about. We got forever. Probably we're gonna go live again tomorrow talking about the other half. I want to talk about the new Spyro game. Uh,
Spyro.
yeah, there's
It's a new Spyro.
Spyro 4, and it's a little ironic because years ago when the Reignited trilogy got announced, I put on my Spyro onesie, got in front of this camera, and I was like, "Let's talk about the future prospects of Spyro 4." And like, I almost want to go back and watch that video just to kind of see, like,
How
just to,
close? Or
no,
what?
no, not that's over with. All that died when Activision did what it did when the Reignite trilogy came out. It's
Okay.
just like now, like I just learned that Toys for Bob is now independent. So it's kind of everything I always wanted. I just don't trust the industry anymore to
Mm.
do something like a Spyro 4 because the thing that made Spyro unique is that the original trilogy, like you said before, it's matured, it's
Oh,
complete.
wait a minute. So Toys for Bob is not working on Spyro 4.
They are. They're
Wait,
making it.
but you said they're independent. So like did they
They're
own Spyro?
that I don't know, but they're not associated with Activision anymore. I have to look up the details because I'm still a little uncertain. I just know that there's a matter of fact. We can look at the trailer now if you want.
Yeah, because that is a kind of like strange situation. Because I thought they were going too, but I guess they're independent.
Yeah, I have to, like I said, I have to look it up. This is what I heard. I could be completely wrong, but when I heard that, I was like, well, how else would Spyro 4 been made? Because Activision ain't, but they own the IP, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
right. That's interesting. He can fly now.
Yeah, but like,
All right.
so I'm a little mixed on the idea of a new game because like how I felt years ago versus now is completely different. Because now the trilogy kind of set a precedent that I don't think can really be improved upon. So it's kind of like, well, what is it that I want? Do I want a Spiral 4 now? Not really. Like I'm kind of at the point to where it's like, just make something else. But Crash 4 exists, and from what I heard, it's pretty good. I haven't played it yet, but I was more of a Spiral guy. So the original trilogy developing along as the way it did, and now we have the fourth game where flight is like a huge aspect of the game. That makes me nervous
It
because
does. Like I was thinking the same thing because I was like in the trailer when he's flying around, I was like, Spyro can't fly. I was like, did he get like superpowers or something? Did something
yeah,
happen? He doesn't look like grown up or anything to where he would be able to fly. So I was kind of like, all right. But the whole like level design of Spyro and gameplay design is based around you not being able to fly, so that when you do get like the super fly stuff, that's like a special thing. Like you're cheating.
yeah.
Like,
You see, it stops being a platform,
exactly.
and,
Yeah, basically, yes.
and
It's
Spyro
like
is a platformer.
it's the super fly section is gonna be the whole fucking game. But
Well, you
it's like,
see,
oh well, you could choose to walk around. It's like, well, that it's not the same though. Like, because if I
yeah,
could just fly around everywhere, then where's the challenge or like where's the game design?
Well,
It's
it's a
kind of weird.
different game entirely now. So
Yeah,
that's no longer part of the conversation, which is why I'm like a little just like, you know what? I mean, on one hand, I
that is weird.
like I said, I'm mixed about it. On the one
I,
hand,
I can
I'd
understand.
rather yeah, I'd rather see more of what made the core trilogy what it is. But since we're in the modern age, that can't be done anymore. The best you're gonna get is a remake. Like it's gonna be the reignited trilogy where you take the game, place the other old game underneath the new game, and just play it again. Like they've perfected the Spyro formula back in the '90s. So if we're gonna be a new Spyro, it's gonna have the same problem that the reboot did had back then, where they try all these different things, but because the standard is set here where they're done, there's nothing more you can really do here except it again. I wouldn't mind that because hell, to me, it works. I wouldn't have been playing the same game for 30 years if it didn't. So, like, the lore of Spyro is expansive enough to warrant a sequel, but
Yeah,
I don't know if I could trust the modern development gaming modern gaming's culture track record to actually pull that off in a way that I would find satisfactory.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I think it's gonna suck. I'm just not.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can't say anything on it because the only time I played Spyro was like on a demo disc. So and that was years and years ago.
that's it.
So
I played the.
I can't really say what's good or bad. Me personally, I like the fact that he can fly. Because like I said, I'm a fraud because I haven't played the games, but it looks cool. I don't like that he don't look. Spyro always had this I don't know cute dragon look to him. Now he
Well,
looks like he's like a
he,
teenager or something.
yeah, they're growing. He's growing up, and it's like it just brings too many levels of uncertainty to every aspect about the game. His attitude, the tone, the the environment, like all these things are now just fucking up in the air.
okay, I think I see it. Yeah, again, it kind of go okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It goes back to like what I was saying before. Even though like Spyro 1, 2, and 3, they got brought back out and they're great games. It's like it kind of it's at its peak and it needs to be put out. Only because like the only logical conclusion you can go from Spyro is getting older. Well, okay, he gets older. He's going to be able to fly, of course, because it wasn't like he couldn't fly before because he had some impediment or he was stupid. It was just he was a kid. So it's
Yeah,
like, all right, he can fly now. It's like, all right, well, that dramatically changes the game. It's kind of like if Sonic was just supersonic from the beginning of Sonic and he had all of Supersonic's abilities. It's like, well, you're not playing the same Sonic game anymore. It's like this nigga can fly. And so it's a completely different game. And
and that's
so it's like if you're gonna make a completely different game,
you should have
I
just
don't know
made.
if I want to play grown up Spyro. It's kind of like that's a
Well,
completely different game.
yeah, and it's like there's one of those things I'm torn between because obviously I would like to see the character
I mean,
evolve,
yeah, right.
but not at the cost of those are two different things to me. Like, yeah, I'd rather just see that as a story. Like, give me a comic book and I'll be satisfied.
Yeah,
But
yeah, okay, yes.
if
I
you're
mean
gonna
in
do a
gameplay.
game, yeah, like
Yeah.
if you're gonna do a game, I'd rather you just kind of do what is established and works. And I was kind of going back and forth with a guy on Twitter, and he was like, "Oh man, you just don't want change." It's like change for the sake of change isn't like a net
A good
positive.
thing. Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
there's these like cliches people believe in. That's one of them. Where it's like you
yeah,
just don't like change. It's like it depends on the change. Like,
yeah,
yes, I'm not just for change's sake, especially when things work well and everyone's happy. Why would I want a change of that? Like, I want change when change is necessary. Or if someone brings to me a change idea and it looks and sounds cool, like, oh, I didn't unexpected positive surprise. Yeah, sure. But it's like you can't just come to me and be like, oh, well, you don't like new thing. It's like, not if new thing sucks. You're absolutely right. I don't like
Yeah,
new thing.
because like
Like,
all that stuff is like very apparent in the original trilogy. If you like, and it's so hard not to praise it because from a Spiral 1 to 2 to 3, he retains every new skill he develops, but it never pulls him outside of that. From Spiral 1 to 2, he develops some new skills to kind of help him navigate certain obstacles, but the core doesn't change. 2 to 3, he keeps all those moves starting in the third game. So it's like, well, okay, we're going to be doing the same thing forever. You got some new characters. So that now, instead of like, changing Spyro too much, you're adding to the world. You have the monkey that can shoot. Now you can do little third person shooter. You have the kangaroo that can it's a different type of platforming. She jumps higher. She can reach areas that Spyro can. You have Sergeant Bird. Now you have your flying section. Spyro can't fly, but Sergeant Bird can fly. And so to me, that is like a smart way to kind of maintain the appeal of what Spyro was. Now all of that stuff is out the window because you're aging them up. And like you said, like if they're doing the whole thing where he can just fly, and I think they even say that in the description. Say, take flight in a brand new adventure through the strange, wondrous realm. When Spyro finds himself stranded, the journey to discover a way home is interrupted by the arrival of vicious invading force known as scabs. Spyro must make new allies and rise to protect his realm before it's changed forever. Feel the freedom of flight as you soar above vibrant landscapes, weave between treetops, dive off massive landmarks, wing your way through this new realm in Spyro's boldest evolution yet. Carve your path through the skies and chain together dives, climbs, and tight turns as you navigate the world your way. Crafted by Toys for Bob, this is an evolution of Spyro. And I'm like, you guys are putting a lot of emphasis on just flying and nothing else. And that's kind of worrisome. Because it's
yeah,
like,
it's a
oh, you
completely
can,
different game. That's a different
yeah.
game.
So you can dive, you can fly. You might be able to climb somewhere, but I'm like, why would I climb if I could just fly up there? Or you got to kneecap flying in this weird way, kind of emulate a platforming.
Well,
uh,
like, that's the thing. Like, I don't see how a platformer can be a platformer if you're flying around. It might be a good flying
yeah,
around game. Like, like it might be fun. It might be a good game, but it's like this is a completely different type of game. It's like the gameplay is different.
yeah, because I'm like, that's why Spiral 3 was the way it was. I think Spiral 3 kind of gave you all those things without sacrificing really much of anything. Like Sergeant Bird could fly forever. But the way the game was built, he wasn't just flying like a jet through the sky or whatever. It was just like, oh, go up a little higher, go a little lower, and land here, do what you got to do because that's where the objective is. Finish, come over here, do the next thing. But now, like I said, all that is, I don't know. I feel like Crash could get away with it because they didn't really do that to him. Like he's still doing Crash shit,
Yeah, he's just
jumping,
running around
spinning,
and jumping on
sliding.
shit. I mean, the
Yeah,
only thing I would say, just from watching gameplay of Crash 4, that I thought was, and I think you can turn it off, but it is still one of those things where it's like, personally, I don't even think it should be in the game though. But
yeah.
it's when you jump, there's like a circle that'll show you where you're gonna land. I'm like,
Oh,
like the whole that
yeah.
that's the point. That's the challenge of the fucking game. It's like, oh, whatever. Like, okay, bitch mode.
Yeah,
It's
but
fine. But
at
at
least,
least it's a
yeah,
crash game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
at its
it's a
core,
crash
it's
game.
yeah, and like that's why I'm gonna watch my old video because I am really curious. It's been like what 5 years since I made that video, and I'm kind of curious what I was thinking of. If it's still similar to what I would still want.
Mm.
Let me see, because I was like Spyro 4. Like now it exists. I'm just like, did I really want that? 7 years ago. Holy shit.
Jesus Christ. We're becoming dirt, dude. God.
I don't know if I should share this. This is kind of close to my heart. I don't want to look at the young version. Wow, I have the old Wacom tablet.
Yep.
Oh wow. Yeah, man. Look at that set. So sick. Antec case. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this offline. I think this is this belongs to me. But I'll probably share it on the next live stream. But it's interesting. I'm kind of curious as to what I said. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, guys. We're pushing 2 hours and 40 minutes. So just getting back. Let's not go too crazy here. I can tell Herbert over there asleep. Turn his camera off.
Don't tell them my secrets.
Yeah. But as always, guys, thanks for joining me on this live stream, Gaming for the Boys podcast. We'll probably have a few more the rest of this week. I'm off for the rest of the week, so I'm actually able to just do this and not be too caught up in other stuff. But I'll let you guys see yourselves out. Your Immortal Afro Josh, that have been joined by Croft, H through the Game. Anything y'all want to say before I shut this shit down?
Yep, you can catch me on YouTube at H through the Game. You can catch me, I think, on X at X through the Game as well. It was good to be back. I can't wait to the next one.
Good shit, and we don't care about you crossover. But you do something later.
Oh, okay. I was gonna threaten someone.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I hope Peter Thiel and Sam Altman slip on the banana peel and fall into traffic. That's all I want to say.
Seconded. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming. We'll see y'all on the next upload. Let me go to my media assets and where's my outro? I think. Yeah, I like how they set all this stuff up and then change it. There's an outro. Here it is. All right, y'all. Peace. See y'all on the next one.